2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right, guys, listen up. I need your attention for a minute. Got a very special guest here with me today. That's right. He don't even need an introduction.
Season, and there's a lot to like. But one of the main things I want to stress to you guys, to each one of you, is how important it is to find balance in your life. Being a professional athlete isn't easy. So you've got to go to the library, read a book, educate yourself, and it'll make a difference for you on the court. I promise you that.
Yes, believe me, guys, that's some great advice, all right? I urge you to take everything this man is saying to heart. He ain't a six-time champ for nothing. Balance is key. So with that being said, let's focus up. Let's go out here and let's win this game, okay? Let's go. Come on.
Let's do it.
Listen, AI, you know, I've heard your story. I know where you've been. You have all the potential in the world. But perhaps more than anyone else on this team, you need to be careful not to get caught up in all the off-court distractions. Don't worry about things like fame and branding. Those will come. Focus your time and energy on expanding your mind and worldview. The key to being a true champion is not just physical, but mental and spiritual. Basketball will end one day, but life continues on.
I mean, I hear you, and I appreciate that, but Kareem, I'm still a rookie. You know, I still got plenty of time to think about these things later on, right?
You know, life comes on you real fast, AI. Let me leave you with a quote, something for you to think about. The mind is a gemstone that transforms the body from a circle to a ring.
Huh.
Deep, ain't it? Keep your mind on the court, boy. Off that phone. Let's go, Kareem.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I just want to say I really appreciate you coming in and talking to my team. Thank you so much.
Hope I can be of some help.
That means a lot.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Memphis Grizzlies. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Lakers were handed a loss when they went up against the Grizzlies.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
You know what? The issue that night, the misses became contagious, and the guys lost more and more confidence as it went along.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Bradley. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. Smitty, when you were playing, did you ever hope for the team to make a trade to address something, you know, whatever it could be, on the floor or off the floor?
You know, I think, Kevin, the good thing is I wasn't afraid to talk to management and also talking to coaching staffs on what we needed. Not per se who needed to be traded, but I think just the areas where we were missing. And a lot of times when you have that relationship and you're a captain of the team, which I was most of my organizations, where you had to voice what you think the team needed. A lot of times they didn't listen, Kevin, but at least I had to voice my opinion.
It seems like a family, isn't it, Steve? And sometimes there's a fit and sometimes there isn't a fit.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough when you get a chance to see some of those guys that are traded that really didn't want to be traded. That's the part of the business that you don't like.
And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Los Angeles. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening. Gave up a lot of easy points.
Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. He gets that one. Bradley's got his second basket of the night.
He fired up the Jets. Avery Bradley beats his man up court, took care of business.
Here's G. He's covered by Anderson. G passes to Kuzma, stolen by Anderson. Here's Bradley. Five on the clock. Lets it go with a three. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's G. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his two blocks, which helped turn the game.
Conley's shot is off. The Lakers off to a slow start. They trail by 3. Pass to Harris. Here's G. Over by Conley. G kicks to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. And again, no good by the Lakers. And the Grizzlies, they come in off a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. And good that time. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, Avery Bradley coming off a tumultuous season, traded twice, Steve, and battled a groin injury that eventually required surgery.
You know what's not good? All this in a contract year. Not what you hope for. One of the league's hardest working players. He'll bounce back.
Now here is Harris. Last time out he had 13 points. To the paint. It's stolen by Valanciunas. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist by Conley. Bradley's got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
Now, here's Bradley. 7 points in the game. Six to shoot. Feeds to Valanciunas. Nice D from Chandler.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Conley kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Conley. Here's the teardrop. And the shot goes in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's G. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Chandler. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Now here's Bradley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Valanciunas finds Conley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 5.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Pass to Kuzma. Here's G. Back to Kuzma. Over Jackson. Kuzma, that's good. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies, leading by 5. Bradley kicks to Valanciunas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Tyson Chandler. Well, Smitty, we saw with Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian big man, shooting more threes last season.
Valanciunas saw all the other centers in this league add a three-pointer and wanted in on the action as well. Only took about 1 a game, but he shot over 40%.
Now here's James. 35 points for him last game against New Orleans.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Here's G. 7-point differential. Again, the Lakers.
And even though AI didn't take a traditional path to the NBA, he's made inroads with the other players across the league. A lot of friends for that young man.
You know, it would have been easy for AI to view himself, Greg, as an outsider after spending time in China in the G League, but he's put himself out there and can always be found chatting with other NBA stars. And the Lakers call time here. And so good for so long. Conley still with no all-star appearances, Steve. That's hard to believe.
It is. It's a shame. Lots of competition at that point guard spot. People recognize the ability, but he continues to lose the numbers game.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's G. Harris outside. Inside. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Third is Corey Harris.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And they're not too bad at attacking the basket either. That's why some of their shooting percentages are so crazy high. They will work to get those high-quality chances inside.
Now Anderson after the missed 3 from Corey Harris. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Anderson. And it's a 10-point Memphis lead. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From downtown, another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from G. G's got 5.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
And that one, good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
James against Anderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steve, offenses have gotten so good at stretching the floor. On the wing, Corey Harris, guarded by Wright. G passes to Kuzma, and the rejection by Valanciunas, and he recovers it. Shot clock at 5. Another shot, and too long on the shot. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Kyle Kuzma is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's G, and it's Harris in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Jackson. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Bangs home the trifecta.
So much of Anderson's future value is tied to the improvement he makes with the three-point shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, G in their last game against the Pelicans gave them a big boost. He ended with 13 points and was really dynamic, doing a great job of finding his teammates and playing tough defense at the other end. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. See if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
Okay, thanks, David. And what do you think, guys? Will we see a repeat of his performance again in this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's even better tonight, Kevin. He has the ability to follow up a great game with an even greater one.
But you have to think he's a little worn down from that last game. It had to have taken a lot out of him.
Off the inbound pass, Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Because they've been patient, they're finding good shots. That's why they've hit a much higher percentage from the floor.
Harris against Bradley. To the inside, out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Shot clock at 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Wright. He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Now here's Valanciunas. He's got 6. Anderson's shot is off.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Kuzma, that's good.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Here's Conley. He's got 11. Passes it to Anderson. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A moment here to see the numbers for James. 3rd in field goal percentage, 12th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates is such an asset.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Conley kicks to Bradley. Over Harris. Second chance effort. And stolen by Kuzma. LeBron against Jackson.
LeBron is having himself a game. Staying aggressive, playing with a lot of force.
Now Conley. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the miss by Michael Conley. Harris against Conley. A 3-ball. G, no good.
You know, and I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just 1 made shot in the first. In terms of player salaries, you want to get what you pay for. Not the case for the Grizzlies last season. 2 of the 3 highest paid guys, one played in just 12 games, the other played in just 36.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Avery Bradley, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
It's stolen by G. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and again the Lakers no good. Well, looking at the Grizzlies last season, they really didn't have the talent on the bench to make up for some of those injuries.
They've botched a lot of draft picks over the years. No infusion of young talent. No surprise that they ended up with the 2nd worst record in the league.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
And the Lakers making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. Jackson dishes to Anderson. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Kuzma. Here's Harris. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Here's Bradley. Tips it up. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his third bucket of the night.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
G kicks to Harris. Stevenson outside. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good from Kuzma.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 14 points. The pass to Anderson. Back to Conley. To the middle. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Conley. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Now here's James. He's got 16. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Conley kicks to Jackson. Back to Conley. Anderson right side. They get it back. Here's Valanciunas. And at last they get one to fall. Valanciunas has got 8 points here in this quarter. Harris against Conley. Here's G. To the inside. Kuzma, that's good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Bradley against Harris. Pass to Valanciunas. And Stevenson pulls it in. Lakers trail by 5. Fires from 18. And another basket for the Lakers.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
It's stolen by G. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jackson's got 11.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Avery Bradley is out there with Conley. And it's Valanciunas in its center. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Lakers trail by 5. Here's G. James outside. Chandler scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. Harris finds James. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Got a piece of it. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. And slam dunk by Harris.
You just can't be relaxed around Harris. He's great at recognizing when to take risks and go for the steal.
Now here is Conley. 11 points in the game. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against the wind.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Pass to G. Corner shot. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Conley. From downtown, Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Lakers trail by 3. Left side Harris. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Outside Bradley. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And Anderson has it in the corner. And stolen by Kuzma. LeBron against Anderson. Here's Harris. That's tipped. 13 feet away. That one goes. Count it. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
He's just so polished on offense. Harris has what it takes to score from the mid-range. You got to step up on it.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops. You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Bradley against Harris. Outside for Jackson. Bradley trying to break free. Jackson misses. Lakers trail by 3. Down low. And Kuzma slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach. They can't start winning more regularly.
They're shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That free throw good from Anderson.
A versatile swing man. Kyle Anderson's nickname is Slow-Mo for his methodical style of play. When you watch Kyle Anderson, he's just a different type of player. Below average athleticism and jump shot. Rare combination in this league, but he can give you a lot. He knows the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Harris kicks to G. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 5 assists in the game. Memphis leading by 12. To the inside. Bradley lays it up off the glass. Bradley's got 9.
And what I like about Avery at the guard position, he's unafraid to challenge the interior.
LeBron with it. 20 points for him. Six to shoot. To the middle. Here's G. And he banks in the layup. G's got 5 points in the quarter.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, it went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Conley with the 3. It'll count. Can't connect.
just a strong, assertive defender. You like seeing Harris be this aggressive.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. You've got Caldwell Pope, Chandler out there with LeBron James. Then it's G, and it's Harris in a 2-guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Conley's shot is off.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
Chandler, the pass to Harris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's the teardrop, and Jackson with the block. The pass to Conley. Jackson in the corner. Kept alive. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
He got prime position under the rim and cleaned it up. Nice finish by JV.
Yep, that one goes. 10 points for Corey Harris.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Outside Conley. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
You know, he called his number that time. Mike Conley picking apart the defense off the pick and roll.
G dishes to Harris. Over Conley. Harris no good. And it's Conley with the ball for Memphis. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Lakers trail by 14. And here is James. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And now I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Conley for the 3. Here's Jackson. And another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
James finds Harris. Fade away. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Harris. 26 points for LeBron.
Wonderful recognition there. When you leave someone open around Harris, he's going to make you pay.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
To the middle. Here's Kuzma. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end, and LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
Avery Bradley, a 6'2" combo guard, not a bad ball handler, but he gets most of his shots by cutting without the ball.
And so Bradley nails both of them. Well, and as they will tell you, Avery Bradley, one of the best cutters in the league. And you know what, Smitty? He cuts hard.
And a true professional. He sets a good example. His teammates see how he gets after it. And with his speed, tough to stay with him.
Here's G, guarded by Jackson. LeBron against Anderson. Los Angeles with another miss.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Conley kicks to Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Smitty, usually careful with the basketball. The Grizzlies turned it over quite a bit last season.
Yeah, after years of playing methodical ball, they tried to open up the offense, but their starting point guard played in only 12 games. They really need Mike Conley, and no one stepped up in his absence.
Here's Harris. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Valanciunas. Conley kicks to Jackson. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Now here is Harris. LeBron outside. Pulls it from 20. Good. He hits the jump shot. 12 points for Corey Harris.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Jackson kicks to Bradley. Back to Jackson. The dish to Bradley. Shoots the 3. And no good that time. James with some nice D.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
The feed to Chandler. That one good for 2.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Conley kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. LeBron against Anderson. And here's Bradley from 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Thursday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
What about the passing of Conley? Always ready to zip it over to the open man.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Helmet.
As this man just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Lights checked in. Jackson in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range. Jackson's got 23.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's G. Pass to LeBron. Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
To the paint, right. And it goes down 2 points. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Anderson passes to right. Kicks to Valanciunas. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Grizzlies will take it.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Hey, close out on Avery.
Bradley with the ball, picked up by Harris. Passes it to Anderson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got 8 rebounds in this game.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Harris finds Chandler. Here's G. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And right, here we go. Good on the shot. Lakers trail by 18. Here's G. The pass to Kuzma. Will it go? Count the basket. 30 points for LeBron.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Wright dishes to Jackson. Valanciunas in the high post. Looking to get back on track here, and it's Bradley laying it in. Bradley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
With his wiry frame, Bradley's surprisingly tough. In fact, he may have been fouled there.
Harris kicks to LeBron. Out to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Over Wright. Harris's shot is good.
You can't lose sight of Harris in the pick and roll. When you do, he's going to pounce all over you.
Now, Wright. Here's Bradley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jonas Valanciunas.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Outside Bradley. Right outside. Back to Jackson. He dishes it to Wright. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Free throw drops for Wright. And so he makes both from the line. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand. And we love to see guys get a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose and they reveal some secrets or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. And Anderson kicks to Wright. Valanciunas passes to Anderson. Three-pointer Wright. And no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
They could use a bucket. The Grizzlies pull it in.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. And the foul called on G. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, an enemy team.
I got this full-size basketball court in my spot, right? And you come over, we can shoot around, play a game, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anytime. Just invite us.
Yeah.